bulls when you're young watching movies. See his bulls. Actor need to die for film. That is a man. It is a man. Good evening, my people. Welcome to the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM. My name is Precious, and it's always a delight to be with you every day, every single day on the show. And of course, today, we'll have plenty hot things to gist with you today. But before we let it out, let me also let you know that I have my Monday, Thursday tonic in the house. Today, we promise to be best of friends. We're not going to be quarreling at all. He promised to be a good boy. He'll be well behaved. Mr. Darlington, you'll be a good boy, I think.
The ball is in your court.
I think.
The ball is in your court.
I think you'll be a good boy.
The ball is in your court.
You have promised that you'll be a good boy, you off and on mic now. So please try and be of good behavior. You know, don't give people BP like it's a week. My governor said I am here. I'll give people BP. All right, my people, you're welcome. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM's Evening Rush. As usual, this show, this is where Nigeria's conversation, one of the finest conversations in the evening takes place in Nigeria every single day of the week, Monday to Friday. And today is not left out, right? So we'll be having amazing discussions. Let's also let you know that just in case you're out of town or you have family members who are not around Nigeria, but should get access to great and fantastic information, let them know that we're on YouTube so they can go watch us live every single day, right? Because we're streaming live on YouTube every day at Voice of the People FM YouTube channel. So just go there and watch us every day. This show is also produced by Promise, who's absent, but she'll be back very soon. So let's let you in very quickly on the hot topics that we have today for you. Today, hey, Mr. Darlington, today. Mr. Darlington, okay, so let me start. So, okay, so first on our lineup of our hot topics today, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has appointed Atiku Bagudu, who the US has accused of helping a former military dictator loot the country of billions of dollars, not naira, billions of dollars in the 90s as his budget minister. This is a report according to Bloomberg Africa. Bloomberg, not be Nigerian publication, no, na media house. I didn't bring this report. We will look at why this thing contained important. Why did they talk about her now? Well, we'll look at that though. So, and this report says lawyers destroying judiciary in Nigeria. This is according to a deputy governor. Who said this? Which of the deputy governors? We're going to look at this too as we proceed on the show. But let's move to another conversation very quickly. Hey, culture minister. Okay. Before I get to that, let me go to what Huriwa said. First of all, Huriwa said Tinubu's minister Musawa is serving NYSC. And the next report has it that our culture minister has been silent. Mom, since that report came out, she has not said the year will have it or the name will have it. They have not said yet. But we're here to also break it down. Why is this such a big deal? If she's an NYC member. And then there's a story that you may not like so much. Appeal Court sacks Abure as Labour Party's national chairman. Appeal Court sacks Abure as Labour Party's national chairman. FCT Minister Wike orders arrest of landlord of collapsed two-story plaza in Nigerian capital city, Abuja. Wike has said a lot of things since he came. He has arrested. He said he do that. You know what I said? When I said that, he said he will give people BP. That's what he said though. It wasn't me. He said, I will give you BP. I don't come. I don't show. I will give on a BP, right? Okay. So, we'll have that conversation to look at very, very quickly. And what next? Yeah. So, Tinubu blames university clerk for invalid graduation date, signature, logo, other anomalies on Chicago certificate. Tinubu blames university clerk for invalid graduation date, signature, logo, other anomalies on Chicago certificate. Lagos, these are the hot topics before we go to Mr. Darlington for this hour. Let's quickly take a break. I will be right back to bring you details of the story. You're still on to 90.3 Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Yes, Lagos, we are back. 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So let's go straight to that Bloomberg report. It is plenty, right? But I may not be able to give you details of that conversation. So that headline of that report by Bloomberg has it, and it says the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has appointed Atiku Bagudu, who the US has accused of helping a former dictator loot the country of billions of dollars in the 1990s as his budget minister. And then if you go to the news, you would also recall that we have an Atiku Bagudu as the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, right, of the country. And a lot of people are wondering, why is this such a big deal? Why is this such a big deal? Why is this such a big deal? We'll go through that. Mr. Darlington, I don't want you to mention anything about that yet. Let's go to another matter very, very quickly. Perhaps to just marry that very quickly with what has got to do with the Chicago State University. As the Nigerian president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has implicated a clerk at Chicago State University as responsible for blatant irregularities that characterize their certificates the school reprinted in his name. Now, according to new court filings seen by People's Gazette, the Nigerian president said the unnamed clerk unfortunately made the errors to the dates as to the dates the school stated on the recently issued certificate and when he actually graduated, thereby creating the appearance of differences. So you would also recall that the court that Atiku filed to subpoenaed has also responded. Mr. Darlington, you read their response this morning, right? Let's not bore Nigerians with details of that response. Okay, so can you let us in on what could be playing out here?
Yeah, Precious.
Sir?
Once again, I thank Lagosians, Nigerians, and diaspora. Bagudu Atiku. The question you and I should be asking: is he an expert in budget and economic? That is why he merited that position.
Is he not?
If he is, why is the outside world telling you whom he was under Abacha? A man that played such a role, should you have anything to do with him if you have come to repair Nigeria? Remember that Nadeko was so hot under Abacha, and Tinubu was the arrowhead of Nadeko. A man who helped Nadeko, who helped Abacha to do all he did financially. Why should Tinubu have something to do with him? Tell me. Are you not thinking here that birds of the same feather flock together? Is either Tinubu was actually working for Abacha, and then he made friend with Bagudu.
Mr. Darlington, you can't this is live radio, and we can't have unconfirmed.
Yes, unconfirmed something. Why do you have something to do with people like that? That's the question.
Why will he not? Why will he not have?
Friends? Why are you making?
He mentioned that he wants his government to be inclusive.
Oh, good.
Perhaps that's what he's doing.
Oh my God, is that so?
All right. So can we move to the Chicago State University response, please, quickly?
Please let me bring this home. If a government wants to do the right thing, not this way. If you want to be inclusive, not this way. We want to break away from the past. Tinubu should not be reminding us of our past. That is what I'm saying. He should not. Anything that will drag us back to these days of infamy, he should not try it, because we will talk. That is what I'm saying. You now said I should not mention. But is there any way you can mention Bagudu without mentioning Abacha? Is it possible? Look at what Bloomberg said. Didn't they link him with Abacha?
They did.
So why should I not discuss it without discussing Abacha? And you were fighting Abacha.
And they mentioned here that okay.
And you were fighting Abacha. So why would you want somebody like that to? And he was under Abacha.
But he hasn't been convicted of any crime. Rather, they are saying that according to them here, they said the US targeted his assets. Nigeria made him budget minister.
Oh, please, for somebody like that, do you know that was a plea bargain? Abacha told him to return some of the Abacha loot. Remember when he discovered that he cannot get all, and that was where Bagudu even came to plead on behalf of Abacha's son, where he told him to return $100 million, and then for him to let him go. The agreement was reached, but he never returned it. He never did anything, and Obasanjo let him go. So people that play such an infamous role, why would you have something to do with them? That is my question. Are you not supposed to be asking questions yourself? Tell me, if you truly want to repair Nigeria, if you truly want to run a government of anti-corruption.
So Darlington, yes. for the benefit of those who are yet to see that report, I already did give the headline of that report. That the headline reads: Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has appointed Atiku Bagudu, with who the U.S. has accused of helping a former dictator loot the country of billions of dollars in the 1990s, as his budget minister. And then the story further reads and says, the U.S. targeted his assets, Nigeria made him budget minister. Whilst the U.S. targeted his assets, Nigeria made him budget minister. And it now says Atiku Bagudu in talks with U.S. DOJ over for future complaint. Politicians settled with Nigerian government in 2023. Then let's further read what he says here. He says, Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Bagudu, who the U.S. has accused. Remember, he's not been convicted, but accused. Has accused of helping a former dictator loot the country of billions of dollars in the 90s as his budget minister. Now, Bagudu hasn't been convicted of any crime, but in an ongoing forfeiture lawsuit before a federal judge in Washington, the U.S. Justice Department alleges he was part of a group headed by former military ruler Sani Abacha that embezzled, misappropriated, and extorted billions from the government of Nigeria. Now, the former governor and senator was sworn in on Monday as Minister of Budget and Economic Planning. So if he was even a governor of his state, is he a big deal? And a senator, is it not to make him a minister that is a big deal? Because so far it is an accusation and not yet, confirmed. Like he's not been convicted yet.
It is because of this allegation that has kept us where we are. That is the truth. If we have been bringing these people to book, maybe somebody would have learned his or her lesson. But every time, allegation, he has not been convicted, even when the evidence are staring at you in the face. But because of man no man, because of belonging to the right crowd, these people are never brought to book. That is why they move from one infamy to the other, from one evil to the other, and nobody bothers to ask questions. If not, look at what the US is saying. I am expecting Tinubu to react over this matter, but I'm sure he will not, because this property they are talking about, since Bagudu was acting for Abacha, are you sure that there are no other people that are living that he acted on their behalf too? Are you sure? No, tell me. Because the man is good at being a go-between. So many people would have done some other things with him, and that's why he's in their good book. You cannot rule it out. The question is, with people of this record, why do you want to bring them into government? Are they going to change overnight? Would they continue from where they stopped? That is my question.
Was he not a governor?
He was. The question is...
So what makes it less deserving?
How did he become a governor? With the money he collected from Abacha? Do you think he was saving? No. Was he saving all the money for Abacha? He must have been cornering some into his pocket now. Obu opinezi him now. Are you telling me? Bagudu, I'm sure with the death of Abacha, he must have done some things with the money. I am very, very sure. With the death of Abacha, Bagudu did something with the money he was asked to save for Abacha. So you're asking me how he became a governor.
All right, so let's move to the next discussion very quickly. The one I told you about, sorry about that.
Yeah.
The one I told you about the U.S. courts and their response or their reply, and then exactly considering what the...
Sorry.
Are you okay now?
No, it's okay.
Okay. And then what the president also, president's team response is that, blaming the clerk for invalid graduation date, signature logo, and all of that, and the response of the court in the US.
Precious, please. Is there no limit to joke? Please, is there no limit to joke? How can somebody say this in 21st century? Let's assume it happened in 20th century. Graduation certificate is there in the system of every university. Precious, if your own is missing, all you need to do, swear affidavit, go to that university, provide there must be some evidence. To prove that yes, you are the owner. They will issue you authentic one. It is not a rock. It doesn't require all these lies all over the place. Okay, since you discover that a clerk made a mistake, what are you supposed to do as the owner of that certificate? Pleasure, do you see where I have some issues with these people? I don't know why these people talk as if we are all fools. You discover that there are infractions on your certificate. What are you supposed to do? Go to the university after you have been traveling to that place all the time now. If you don't want to go, send somebody now. You present it and give them all the details. They will give you authentic one with the date and everything. It is there in the system. Pressure, it is there in the system. Even during graduation, the names of those sets is listed in a booklet. You are given a booklet where all your mates are listed. You will see your name there. So what is all this thing that a clerk did this, a clerk did not do this? Is that the answer to what we are talking about? This is not a response now. It's not even a clever denial. There's no wisdom here. I didn't see any wisdom here.
All right, so let's move very quickly to what the Bayelsa State Deputy Governor said. The Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State has urged the legal practitioners in Nigeria to protect the image of the judiciary. He said lawyers must learn how to restrain themselves because by our conduct, we are reducing the status and estimation of the judiciary in the eyes of the public.
Exactly.
We must know that our profession is on trial in this country. Mm-hmm. That is what he said. Exactly. He added that we must tell ourselves the bitter truth. The nobleness of our profession is fast eroding, and so we have to work hard to redeem the image of the legal professionalism. Well, he said a lot, right? Would you quickly respond? I mean, the reason I raise this up is because you're a lawyer too, so
my opinion. We have always said it here. I told you that in UK they don't tolerate this terror. They don't. The lawyer that wanted to compromise their system with Iboriske, they jailed him. But here they will tell you that the lawyer is trying his best. He wants to save his client. That is not how to save your client. I will continue to respect Gani Fahim even though he's late now. That man, I wish he were alive today. Seriously, I would have gone to stay with him free. I said, don't pay me, I want to stay under you. I'm not joking. This man did not touch any criminal case, any armed robbery case. Armed robbery, you bring it to Gani chamber, he will not touch it. Even if you bring all the dollars, he will not. And he gave me reason. He said, so this armed robber that went to go and shoot people and collected, if it was your family member and all that, what will he say? That you want me to go and defend you for shooting people, going to bank and kill people and collect their money? And there should be conscience now. All these things that law and moral is not in all cases. So if we begin to apply such a system, that is why Lord Denny is quoted by every law student, every law graduate, because this man will leave the bench and enter the arena to argue matters. I'm telling you, all these things that there is no morality in law, it is a lie, yo. Okay. Even God who brought this law and all that, he has a way of judging matters.
So speaking about law now, the appeal court in Owerri, Imo State on Thursday sacked Julius Aburi and recognized Lamido Apapa as the national chairman of the Labour Party. You know that this tussle has been going on. So the court also ordered that the Independent National Electoral Commission to immediately recognize and publish the names of all the governorship candidates produced by the Apapa-led National Working Committee in Imo. Bayelsa, and Kogi states. Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi State. So the court also dismissed the governorship candidature of Senator Athan Achono of Imo State and others belonging to the Abure-led faction of the Labour Party. Would you like to react to that very quickly? Because, I mean, it's a thing. So, is this ever going to end? This Abure, Lamidu, this faction thing in Labour Party? Is it going to end?
Where did you say that matter was decided?
Imo State Appeal Court. Why you laugh? It's your state now.
Okay, yes, it's my state. Will I deny my state?
I didn't say you should.
So, the same Imo State where you have issue with the governor and how he became the governor. You see, Precious, don't look at what the appeal court is saying. No, look at the issues. What are the grounds for that decision? We are told to obey court order, fine. But when your decisions are not proper in the eyes of the public, what do you think they will do? The one you decided in Imo State, the fire is still raging. And now look at what they said. Publish all the names. Do this. Election is coming in November. And you are trying to... They have even launched their campaign in Benin, Edo State, in Imo. And they are going to Abia. And you say they should not recall. Please, can Peter Obi work with Apapa, whom we know to be APC stooge?
How would you say that?
You saw the statement he made now. All the things he said. You saw it. All the things he said and all the things he did. Is that a person who has the progress of the party at heart? Tell me. Or is it not on record all the things he did? We have discussed it here. No, tell me. How can you say such a person has the interest of Labour Party at heart? Somebody is pulling the strings somewhere. They want to destroy P2B and Labour Party. They want to frustrate them. There's no other way about. There's no two ways about it. They want to frustrate P2B and Labour Party, and they are using every means to do that.
Okay, so let's go to former Governor Nyesom Wike, now FCT Minister, before we go straight to the NYC issue. So you know about the building collapse, and you know what happened. Wike has swung into action. He practically hits the ground running, and he's arrested the landlord or the owner of the collapsed two-story plaza in Abuja. And he's also taking steps to ensuring that, you know, this kind of things don't repeat itself again. Just like he told Abuja people yesterday that he's here, that he's here to give them BP. So, you know, we've seen these cases happen so many times. I'd like to know what your expectation on the outcome of the arrest will be, because this is not like the first time that the building will collapse and will make arrest. No. But at the end of the day, what do we expect moving forward? I mean, it should be one too many in Nigeria.
Before Wike will continue with what he's doing, let him make sure that there is a law that supports what he's doing. There should be maybe Abuja municipal law on building collapse and even building erection and all that. He should make sure that there is such a law so that he will be acting within the law. If he takes that man, on what basis? Because a building collapsed. How is that the fault of the landlord? Is the landlord the man building the house? The engineer that he contracted to build the house, you did not arrest him.
But some of the tenants, some of the occupants of that place said they noticed the crack and they told the landlord. When they noticed some cracks and they told the landlord, but perhaps they didn't do anything about it.
Why didn't they leave the house? Why didn't they leave the house? They want to use the landlord now as a scapegoat. They should have moved out of
the house. But who should take responsibility? Is it me?
They should have left the house so that the landlord can repair the house or bring it down. Yes, now. You don't like the house and you're still there. You are complaining. Yes, now you are complaining.
Mr. Darlington. Yes. You're not talking another way now.
Which other way? How do I support such a thing? How can they say they told the landlord, move out of the house? It's your life that is at stake here, not the landlord's own. So you should have moved out of the house.
And it's been confirmed that about 20 people are trapped, have been rescued so far.
How can the landlord repair the house while you are there? Is it possible? No, I think they should take the matter to court now. Let me see what they are going to say about the landlord.
All right, so let's move to the matter of the day. I mean, a big story for the day. And I wonder why this story is such a big story anyway. As Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, has decried the suitability and legality of appointing Hannatu Musawa as serving National Youth Service Corps NYSC member as a minister of, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. Now, Huriwa questioned the appropriateness of the Nigerian Senate in allowing Musawa as a ministerial nominee and even clearing her, and had to bow and go in spite of the controversy surrounding her NYSC certificate. The rights group alleged that Hannatu Musawa abandoned her NYSC in Ebonyi State some years back, but later showed interest to complete it, during which she was mobilized just this year in 2023. She had abandoned it years back, but that is a debt that you owe now, so you come back to complete it. So she now indicated interest that, I want to quickly complete it in 2023. And she was posted to a law firm in Abuja, where she is as a serving corps member before her appointment. Huriwa therefore expressed concern over the kind of scrutiny being conducted by the Department of State Services. So they didn't know this one when they stopped people like El Rufai and the rest of them, and this time around, but they cleared her. And they say so much that it wasn't even disclosed that Musawa was a 7 Youth Corps member till she's cleared and sworn in. Section 13 of the National Youth Service Corps Act stipulates that any Nigerian graduate below 30 who refuses to make himself or herself available for the compulsory 1 year service has committed an offense and liable on conviction to a fine of 4,000 naira or to imprisonment for a term of 2 years, or both such fine and imprisonment, or such as fine and imprisonment. This is according to what Huriwa wrote and according to the law. Now, a statement by the national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiko, noted that the Minister of Arts was actually a serving NYSC member somewhere in Wuse 2, Abuja, as of this year, 2023. It described the development as despicable, particularly with what turned out to be a routine with the Godswill Akpabio-led Senate, in which Musawa was asked to take a bow and go, without being asked why, any questions about her academic qualifications, including the controversy surrounding her NYSC certificate. I do remember that we had somebody who had only 2 credits, and they asked the person, how did you go to university with 2 credits? He said, that was his first one. That time he has other ones that he has passed, but he didn't bother to bring them into the Senate. Senate have not come back to tell us that, okay, that man, no, that time, because Nigerians have the right to know who their ministers are. So Senate haven't come back to tell us that, okay, he has now presented us with the remaining. I mean, it's fair if you can sit to exam in 1 or 2 or even 10 sittings till you get your papers complete. There'll be no crime day against that one, Abi. But he has not come back to tell us that. They didn't come back to tell us that, he has tendered the remaining certificates, the ones he did not tender before. Abi, have you heard it, Mr. Darlington? Well, let's go further to that conversation. So, yeah. So the details of the NYSC posting of Hannatu Musawa are as follows. Well, they even named the details self. And in fact, even the company and the suit number and everything they here. So Huriwa noted that in 2020, Ahmed Lawan, the 9th Senate, rejected Musawa's nomination by former President Muhammadu Buhari as the commissioner representing the Northwest at the National Pension Commission. PENCOM then. So that means not be now they don't want to employ her, but they rejected her, saying her failure to submit her NYSC service certificate was cited as reason for that. So if as at 2020, as we called them, the 9th Assembly, there should be a 9th, then be that time now. The 9th Assembly, under the leadership of Ahmed Lawan, could reject her and say that, you know what, because you see discrepancies in your NYSC certificate, we would not take you. When she was to be, appointed as a PENCOM member. Then as at 2023, a former governor of 8 years approved her, told her to take a bow under his leadership of the 10th Assembly. I don't know. In fact, let me go further, Seth, because a lot of stories have been coming out about that. So I think it's only fair that we attend to them very quickly. So some reports are saying that she's still mom. She hasn't said anything. That's they're still looking forward to perhaps her responding and saying, this is the reason, this could not be the reason, this could be the reason. She hasn't said anything. So this story now says that the management of the National Youth Service Corps has confirmed that Hannatu Musawa, the Minister of Art and Culture and Creative Economy, is actually a serving member. NYC has confirmed it. They didn't even deny it this time.
Mm-hmm. So what would she say?
They didn't deny it at all. So he said, Edi Magawa, Director of Press and Public Relations of the NYC headquarters, confirmed today that the minister is a corps member. Yes, she is a serving corps member. Magawa wrote in a message he sent to Media House. All right, but so far, they've tried to get a response of Hanawa. She's yet to respond to it. Mr. Darlington, over to you.
I'm not expecting any response from her. As long as NYSC has spoken, any statement from her will be counterproductive. NYSC has spoken. Nobody should expect any other thing. That's why she kept quiet. She's just looking for somebody to bail her out.
So ideally, what should be the next thing? What should happen now?
From what you said,
from what it's not me that I didn't say anything by myself.
No, from
it's what the papers published.
From what the NYSC Act said, if you are below 30, you must go for your NYSC.
Or you owe the country a debt.
Good. Then if you are above, just simply go for exemption. It's as simple as that.
No, they say she abandoned her NYC years back when she was supposed to go. So that means at that time she was eligible.
No, not even eligible, because we don't know her age. You don't know her age. Now, the question you and I be asking, this NYSC thing that we are talking about today, is Masawa under 30 in age? Is she? So why is she even serving in the first place? Precious, do you see how your country has been messed up? Nothing is not. In fact, we don't follow the rules again. Is that lady under 30 to be serving as NYSC member? Is she under 30? You and I know the answer that it is capital no. So why is she serving instead of going for exemption?
But she escaped it a long time ago, and it's a debt that she owes. So she needed to.
But the age has caught up with her now. Time has taken over that process. You should follow what the law says. Time has caught up with it. Why is she going for it now when she's above 30? In fact, she should be prosecuted. I remember when one Salisu Buhari wanted to be speaker, and they said you must be 30 years and above, and the man was 29. It was somebody from that village who told the whole world that, look, this guy, I know him. I know him. I know his age. And he brought out evidence. Even when Rotimi, the great Rotimi William, was defending that matter, when the evidence was overwhelming, Rotimi told him to apologize to the whole world, and he did. Rotimi Williams. So I don't know. The thing is, Precious, I've asked you, can you tell me why Tinubu has refused to change the DSS DG Bichi with all the things that man have done in office? Why is he still there? Is it an arrangement or is it an agreement that he must remain even when Buhari have gone? I don't know. That man is not doing the work of DSS. You can see what he's doing. All these people that are causing all these problems here, is he not supposed to clear them? Why were they cleared? Why were they cleared? That is the question. Look at some of the things he's doing as a DSS.
Including the one that was supposed to, wait for 10 years after, before getting any political appointment.
The man from Taraba. So, you can see, but the same thing I'm asking you now is what I asked you yesterday. Why is Tinubu returning that man? What is this special thing? If he's good at his job, because okay, this man is like now, Buba Marowa, is anybody complaining about him? Please tell me. Is there any day I came here to criticize Buba Marowa? Because what he's doing is very clear to everybody. If not for that man, I don't know where we would have been by now with the drug. He's doing a fantastic job. So these other people that Tinubu returned now, what are they doing? Look at all the infractions they are committing all over the place. Disobeying court order, committing illegality, detaining people anyhow. Clearing just everybody, as long as maybe I don't have evidence that they gave money. But why did you clear such people when you know that they are not eligible? That is the question somebody should be asking now. And you claim you came to repair Nigeria. You claim to come and do the right thing. You claim to fight corruption. No. You know when I said it the first time that Tinubu is not the candidate to fight corruption.
But he never mentioned, did he mention during campaign that he was fighting corruption?
He said it too. No. He said he fight corruption. He was not prominent about it, but he mentioned it in one or two occasions. He said it. He said it. If not, he said it. Is that not what all of them use it as a blackmail? Again, like anybody, I will fight corruption. I will fight corruption. Even those who are not qualified to fight corruption, they will tell you they will fight corruption. If you don't fight corruption, how can Nigeria move forward? Precious, if anybody is coming today that will not fight corruption in Nigeria, forget it. All these things you are seeing now is all part of the corruption. If they are not, then tell me what is corruption. Tell me. Look, this is compensation mentality and entitlement mentality. It will kill Nigeria. If somebody have helped you to do something, there are many ways to compensate that person. Precious, board appointments are there. You can give that person contract. There are so many ways you can compensate, not to put him in a position of authority where the life of so many people are involved, and you know that person will not perform. You know, you just put that person there to go and mess up.
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's open the phone lines because Nigerians are waiting to react to the conversation.
So I don't know how we can move forward with all this shenanigans. You were talking about ministerial and ministerial nominee the other time, and I told you I have my reservation. Are you seeing it now? Precious, are you seeing it now? People that say you don't balance. What do you want me to balance? Imagine if I praise this woman, because she helped Tinubu, she was a very good campaigner, this and that, and now this one is coming out. How will I not criticize her? You see now. Now, have you seen it? All
right. Lagos phone lines are open. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call if you like to join in on the conversation live on radio. And the WhatsApp number, should you be watching from YouTube and you're not within the country, especially so that we can leave the phone lines for those people that are from outside, is 0700 903 9039. Even though we know we have a lot of Nigerians calling from that line too, but it's just fair that, we'll have a dedicated line to them, right? So the WhatsApp number is 0700 903 9039. The terrestrial number is 0700 903 903 903. Yes. All right. So hello, good evening to you. Hello. Can you help me turn off the volume of your radio set, please? Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
No, you're not ready to talk to us now. That's not fair now. When you're ready, please call us back. Be cool. Thank you. All right, so let's take some messages very quickly. Good evening, voice of the people. My name is Lucky, you mean? From Ojo, Lagos. Please, the audio quality. Okay, the audio quality is low. Can you hear us better now? Okay. All right, our engineers will do something about that as soon as possible. Simisola from Isola says, good evening, Mr. Darlington and Precious. The story of CSU is all Nigerian propaganda until proven otherwise. Please, do we have a live monitoring of the session where the school is admitting to an unknown clerk error? How many more errors about same person? Name, primary school, secondary school, university, parents, employment history. Haba. They now said, now only one person waka come. Mr. Darlington, your constituency needs to rescue this country. Enough of dancing on an international stage naked. You people will not just shake me. Well, the good thing is that you're not mentioning names. The appeal courts favoring Lamidi Papa is cash and carry again. Waiting all eyes. Waiting all eyes on judiciary. So does it have to be cash and carry because it didn't go your way? I just want to be sure. Chris from Ikeja says, good evening, Madam P and Mr. Darlington. This Apapa issue, we all know the plan is, I saw how APC supporters are so happy with the case on Twitter, even though I still believe that the story no be true. It's true because all terrestrial media has carried it, so right. Then you will understand that Lamidi Apapa is dear for APC doing their bidding. It's very obvious that is why they need a judiciary to be serious for once, because why would they be rejoicing over this kind of case? This is Chris from Ikeja that sent in that message. All right. Okay. So let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Good evening, yo. Good evening. Thank you, my brother.
Nigeria.
Same to you, my brother. Anything you wish me, same to you. You're welcome. Please remind us your name. Maazi Chukwuike, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Chukwu is your Ike.
Please pardon me. I don't study speak English.
It's okay, it's fine. It's perfect.
Now, the thing I want to say is because why do I say so? Over English
but you go try the interpret them if it's
my language.
Okay, but speak pidgin now, not speak your language, yeah?
Very sure.
Sir?
The only thing I have to tell you is this. Then I did brother and they said I was there when they killed country music. Mr. Darlington, my brother, I know you have Ijeoma Egwuatu. Now the thing there is being precious.
Sir?
You are there. A sentence is there. I myself, the idea.
That's what happened. What were we there for?
All of us are here. When INEC deceived Nigeria.
Oh yeah, come and be going, Oga. See, because you want to say something, that's why you have to rigmarole and whine us, Abi.
I want to say something now. This is where I'm going to pressure, please. All of us are here when they see all this stuff that the dollar will be $41. So, at the end of the day, most of us will be selling the ground with the Bella song. That is another song. That we are going to destroy and all of us in Nigeria, when they destroyed, let me not say Nigeria, when they destroyed Nigeria, Nigerian currency, Naira. We are all here, all APC to destroy our judiciary. Imagine a court in Imo State giving order that Abuja should be nullified. It's okay. It's okay. But all I can say is what is happening in Imo State is that one man whose name is called Hope. Both of them, let me know go the other way around because I know you will copy.
All right, bye. Thank you. Before you even go, Seth, you've taken enough of my time. It's okay now. Is it not enough? Ngwano, ndewo kwa. Oh, thank you. Ew. All right, though. All right, so I'm Kola Wole from mainland. Unfortunately, you know that I bring guests from with different angles. So it is, I don't know, it is sad that you feel the way you feel. I just had to let you know that I've seen your message, but it is sad that you feel the way you feel. And you'll be okay. No, I will not read it. I'm not going to give that justice for reading this time. Uche from Heaven then says, Precious, my take on Minister of Budget is that without the past, there will be no future. But birds of the same feather flock together. But I will tell you, Precious, that God wants to expose them through disappointment. Concerning Imo State Judiciary, time will come when they will not help the politicians. It will be against them, and the politicians because, okay, it will now be against them and the politicians, because God is about to bring confusion among them, because they think the citizens have no power to fight or protest for their rights again. We are watching from heaven. Why you now waiting you discuss with God from heaven? Say you go can't help them. Did God tell you that from heaven? And then this message says, okay, good evening, precious. Ask Mr. Darlington, has anyone sued Magudu in any court of law? They say I should ask you, has anyone sued Magudu in any court of law in Nigeria or anywhere in the world? If Darlington have evidence that the man is corrupt, has he assumed or let him sue him? Precious, see this Mr. Darlington, he's that you're not objective, man. Look at where he and the issue of LP Apapa rope it with Tinubu, as if Apapa is now is not a member of the Labour Party again. Before Obi dreams before Obi dreamt to join Labour Party. Though I knew Darlington right from Moyo. Where be Moyo? Where they know you from? And Mofe Moyo. Okay, more of Star FM Moyo. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. So yeah. So
please let me ask the person. Am I Bloomberg that brought this report about Bagudu?
Yeah, and the honorable minister actually has the right to sue Bloomberg.
He can't do that,
because if he thinks that the story from Bloomberg is a character assassination, he has the right to sue Bloomberg.
He cannot do that. He can't. I quote me. He dare not.
Why would he not?
Because the facts are there.
What's the fact?
The fact that the Bloomberg brought is there. The Bloomberg don't talk anyhow. They have their facts. As a matter of fact, is it not on record that this guy was laundering money for Abacha? Money laundering, is it a genuine business? Hold on. Were you not here when
are you saying that he states that he served as a governor did not know this, and they also elected him as a governor?
Pressure, you are going too far, please. If the man has used his financial muscle to muzzle that,
must it be financial muscle?
Then what are you talking about? These other people now that have plundered their state, did anybody take them anywhere? Is it not when you go now, people like this caller that ask this question, we ask you, did any court to convince you? Is that not what they were asking? Mr.
Darlington, I have plenty of messages. Let me just be going back to them gradually. This is from Mark from Apapa. He says, good to have you, Mr. Darlington. Okay, so good to have your imposing voice back. On the minister that was cleared by the Senate despite being a 7-copper, it's not surprising. A lot of those I go back to my messages. If Nigeria has given Atiku Bagudu a clean bill of health, having served as a governor, senator, and now a minister, there should be no Hughes crisis, because whatever might be illegitimate in US may be legitimized in Nigeria. Maybe legitimate, that's what you plan to say, in Nigeria as a sovereign country, because that's what we are. He said if he had done anything in contravention of the laws, let them apply appropriate sanctions against him rather than their usual visa denial threat. On the Chicago response and disclosure, plus other daunting baggages against our president. If the election tribunal rules against the president, Nigerians' eyes, Nigerians' eyes, but global eyes are beamed on Nigeria's judiciary. Tony Anele sent in that message. Apologies, I had to, decipher properly. And it says, if a court hasn't pronounced someone a criminal, do you lack common sense as a human being to know how to avoid or associate yourself with that person? As they say, birds of the same feather flock together. That's why you see someone surrendering himself with people of dubious characters. Look at his appointment with all manner of shady educational issues. And as for Labour Party chairman case, there are two different judgments in the news. Which one is fake and which one isn't? This is my problem with media reporting. It is now your problem, Abi. Okay, the authentic news is the one I carried like this. Good evening, precious and Mr. Darlington. You see, APC have achieved what they are looking for. Lamidi Apapa to become chairman of Labour Party. And you see that we are saying about our judiciary. They see what the man has for Labour Party during election petition, what he did, right? Hello, guys in the studio. All I can say is that we don't have Okay, oh, holiday. Okay, let me go back to my phone line. So it's not me that people will just be dealing with like this, with this kind of messages up and down. All right, phone lines are still open, by the way. 0700 903 903 903. And it says, "Hello, precious and Mr. Darlington. The NYC law stipulates the age of of graduation should not be over 30 years to qualify to serve. If the person in question wasn't above 30 years at the time of graduation, he or she can still do the 1 year youth service. It's the age at the time of graduation that is considered, not after graduation." Didi from Alba sent in that message. So, Mr. Darlington, I think that's, talking about what you said that she could go back to. All right. Hello, good evening. Sorry, good evening. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How are you? Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
You have been trying to avoid my call. I don't know why.
How can I avoid your call now? If you were the one that called when the line was noisy, that was because your line was very noisy.
Now, precious, I just want to contribute
Go ahead.
to the issues. You see, I love that man, talented. The way he analyzes issues, I just love him. I just love him. He always goes straight to the point. You see, we should not continue to see for ourselves. Nigeria cannot work.
Oga, no. Oga, no. You cannot say what you're saying on public radio. You can't say that. And you're saying I'm avoiding your call. No, I don't even know your number. So how can I avoid your call? But you cannot say that on national radio. Please take it back.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Are we done? I appreciate you. Thank you. I said take it back. Take it back and send it through prayers in accounts. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, precious. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening and welcome.
My greetings to Mr. Darlington. Mr. Darlington, I thank you for all your effort, my bro. If I would talk more than you because you are trying. Because what you're saying is the fact. We are in diaspora. We are watching what is happening in Nigeria. As regards to the Minister of Culture and Tourism, you see where the country is going. What Mr. Darlington was telling you, I agree with you that the problem we have in that country is corruption. If we didn't kill corruption, we are not going anywhere. This Nigeria will still be devil with the bad governance. Because the issue of that country is corruption from A to Z. It's not easy to the country to move forward without killing corruption in that country.
How do we kill it? Do you have rat poison? That is for corruption poison. Please recommend. At least let me use it and spray with people around me who are corrupt.
My brother, we don't
So that is it. Now, if the president himself is very clear as what he's doing, he's supposed to select people who are not questionable characters, people who can deliver, not people who carry baggages along the line, want to serve Nigeria. Look at what the country is going on. Here in UK, you can't try it. Before even the day you are born, they have been monitoring you to grow. They know who are you. If any tent, they are finished. But Nigeria, a lot of people carry a lot of baggages. Up and down, they shift them in. Look at the Bagudu, the Minister of Budget and Planning. Look at what is happening. They say Nigeria will go. We are wasting time there. We are wasting time.
All right, so
we are wasting time. I'm sorry. Every day we say keep on praying for. How long will we keep on praying for Nigeria? I started during Abiola. Nigeria in distress. Till now, Nigeria still be in distress. Where are we going? We should stop saying that we should trash the corruption, trash the bad people. That's praying. You can't be saying pray every day. These people are amassing buying houses in all part of the world. They will keep on praying. They're reaching themselves. They say keep on praying. Is that what happened in other Western countries? Pray for the leader. They don't pray for they checkmate the leaders and tell them their faults. If you mess up, you'll be out from there. Please, we should say that we should kill Nigeria. Nigeria will not be able to kill corruption. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Sorry. Sorry. Away. He dey vex pass me sef with the thing. I mean, he dey UK where they chill for winter. Me when the thing they pinch, he dey vex pass me. I understand how you feel, my brother. All right, so let me go to WhatsApp messages, YouTube messages. Tony Chikudi says, "Good evening, beautiful, precious, and Mr. Darlington. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah." yeah, but I still need a bit of rest so I can get better. And then he said, Precious, the way you always answer this, your sir, na sir now, waiting I go do now. I wonder what Precious is expecting from this government. That's what he said. And then he said, when Mr. President noticed that there was a mistake in his university certificate, why didn't he go back immediately to correct that?
Is that not what I've been asking?
Are they talking to Nigerians as if they are fools? Andy Ikegwano says, lawlessness. He won't use and sing song. Blessing Chukuma says, good evening. Please, Abure should step down and allow LP move forward. Femi Batch says, Tinubu, Okay. Ukachi almost says, no, Darlington, when she graduated, she was under 30 and abandoned her NYC. So even if she's above 30 now, she still has to go back and finish that thing that she left at that age. It doesn't matter. Right. So if she gets exemption, it is still false. So she's supposed to go back. Yes, because they said NYC certificate says, NYC law says, is from the age, judged from your age of graduation. And you were deployed at that age, you abandoned it. So it's a debt you owe. You must go and complete it, irrespective of your age.
Hold on. I have issue with that law. If that is the case, no, hold on. If somebody graduated at 28 and he refused to go for NYSC and he clocked 35, please, what is he going to serve?
If he clocks 50, he would go and finish it. That's what she's saying. So let me take Fisayo Jekudume. He says there is nothing wrong with the. Okay, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, Fisayo. Thank you. Femi Batch says Abure should go to Supreme Court and end this Lamido Apapa thing at once. Azi Good News says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. I appreciate you for allowing Mr. Darlington talk today. Today, I don't even get strength. I'm still under the weather. I'm not well. Kenneth Zeike says, why are you people being childish? Precious doesn't even know who is calling. Wallahi. I know they even know. That is like they're my father. That I should have their number and see that this is my father's line calling. I'm not going to take the call. Come on, guys. And then Fisayo then says, Madam Precious, I think you are breaking the rules somehow, because the station said voice of the people. I'm now 40 years old. When is Nigeria going to work? Okay. He said voice of the people. Am I not allowing you to talk? Oh, because I did not let the last man. No, it's not. You know that freedom of speech is allowed, but freedom after speech cannot be guaranteed. So Fisayo, just jejely, Nigeria need dry fasting and not prayer. That's what Yoruba TV says. Fisayo then says, Madam Precious, people way the UK they vex past people living in Nigeria, because I hardly see a kid here in London doing hawking.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Harry. Then how do you expect the person hawking himself to feel? No. How do you expect? Harry says, Precious, are you a member of APC? You register me for your ward, Abby? Okay, you guys, well done. Because that's what you always do. You always look for a way to rope me in. That's nice. Let me go back to WhatsApp very, very briefly. Didi from Ogba says, Precious, Mr. Darlington, NYC law stipulation. I think I've taken that message from Didi. Good evening, Precious. The news you read, Apapa, it's fake. Read one from Mushi. Okay, go and meet the Punch newspaper, because Punch has that news. Punch and practically all the papers have that news. So go and meet them and tell them they publish fake news. I'm sure they will retract it. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Tula. I'm coming from Gwagada.
Your name is what? Kola? Tula. Yeah. Interesting. Well, you're welcome, Mr. Tula.
From Gwagada.
You're welcome.
My greetings to Mr. Darlington.
He can hear you.
Yeah. As per the issue on the table, you see, the president, like the other caller said, that the people is appointing of questionable characters. We are all matured in this country. We all see, we all hear. We don't have to hide the truth. When you claim you are not a thief, and you are seen moving with thieves, all your dealings are with thieves, and you will say, I'm not a thief. It's now no fallacy. That is, it's only a thief. I'm just using that as an example. It's only a thief that can move with thieves. So beg of the same feather,
flow together.
Are you saying that somebody
That is
cannot know
not
that
the
somebody
truth.
is a thief? If the person that you're saying that he's a thief has not been formally convicted as a thief, how am I supposed to know? Is there anything like an inscription of thief written on anybody's face or
So
forehead?
with people like you, this country can never move forward.
With people like who? Like me. Oga talk and rest in case, and it's moving forward. Look what more see me see wahala. So I mean, do you write arm robber on someone's forehead? Do you write a thief? Do you write a money launderer on someone's forehead? How do you know? How do you know? All right, let me go back to the phone lines. You people will not finish me today. Hello, good evening to you. You people should not come for me. I'm not well. Oh. I'm not well. You people should not come for me. I'm sick. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm calling from Opatogate.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. This appeal court judgment is the one that has been the one of Lamida Papa.
Yes, and Aburi. Yes, please.
Okay. Now, which one do you order now? Because two different appeal courts. So, appeal court, are they confusing themselves, or are we in a different? I don't understand this judgment. Hello?
I didn't hear you now.
Okay, so I don't understand. So which one we
well, the one I'm aware of, which is all over the terrestrial news, is the one that affirms Apapa. That's the one I'm aware of. That's the one that has been confirmed. I don't know. I haven't seen the breakdown of the other judgments, so I can't tell something I don't know. And I'm at work right now. The same Imo State, and I'm at work right now. So I can't tell the veracity of that story.
No, which one are we following now? Because the one from the Benin City is this the same appeal court. The one from Imo State, the same appeal court. So which one will you follow now? Because even if it's going to the Supreme Court, then it's two different Supreme Court. You also give different judgment. So which one are we going to follow?
No, two different Supreme Courts cannot give the same different judgments. No, that cannot. It's just one Supreme Court you have, so it cannot.
Mr. Ballantyne, I want him to so that I want to understand. So that let me understand. So the appeal court, the one have already given judgment. I think they say last week or last 2 weeks. Another one again today again. So which are we going to obey? Now? Which are we going to follow now?
Please, we don't have because appeal court is appeal court.
So that's what I'm trying to let me understand. The one have already given judgment. I think last week.
So as I told you earlier, the second one you said you saw, I'm not even seeing it in the news.
That's what I'm saying.
And I can only react to something that I know that is in the news officially. As I said, I don't manufacture these stories, and I've been making prior to this presentation, I came across that story you're talking about on social media, but I can't rely on information I see on social media.
On social media, yeah, that's what we are saying.
I haven't seen that the second one you're talking about, affirming Aburi, on any terrestrial news, and I cannot carry it until I see it.
Because it will amount to abuse of court process.
Do you understand?
Appeal court have given judgment on a matter. You now went to another appeal court.
Another one again is already giving another business. So it's no confusion.
That's what we are saying. We don't know of this one you are talking about. It may be social media, influencers who are behind all this, people to be lovers. So we cannot say until maybe if the matter goes to Supreme Court, maybe that
no, you want to go to the Supreme Court. I wish you now going to be two different Supreme Court. No,
it's not possible. No, it's not possible because you have many appeal courts all over the country. You have many federal high court all over the country, but you don't have several Supreme Court. It is one Supreme Court. That's why it's the court of final judgment. Yeah. So if the matter goes there, whether the one from Benin or from the one from Owerri, let all of them go and meet the Supreme Court. They will now look at the matter and tell us who is right and who is wrong. All
right. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me quickly run through some messages. I have so many of them already. Yeah, so Mr. Darlington, I'm finishing me on YouTube. So someone says, after the person asks if I was APC, the person now says, you see, you jumped the comment, which tells you, which comment did you make that I jumped? That I'm really corrupt? So what's that your name? Fisayo Magikudu? No, Harrison. No, it's not Harrison. Fadim Bowen. What did you ask me that I jumped? Fadim, what did you ask me that I jumped?
Let him repeat it now.
Repeat what you asked that you say I jumped. I can't even remember. I don't think I can see here.
These
okay.
people, they just want to
no. It's okay. It's okay.
everything.
So Biafra Superstar says, my people, see, you say prepare, don't laugh. My dear sister go laugh for they say I be APC and they say I follow for people we corrupt. That's nice. Oh, you've not even tested my character. Fadimbo says he told you straightforward that you'll be among those going. I will never go down, because I am not a corrupt person, right?
Okay, that man that said people like
and he
you.
said when it begins, we'll be both on national and international. If you like, leave Niger or diaspora. We are all ready. Mafas is precious. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. People are crying daily. People abroad are also crying. Our justice system is confused with double arguments, judgment. Yeah. And he says, I won't be tribal or religious. I will be against the corrupt politicians and journalists. So you see the thing here, I'm always tired. I don't want to mention names, right? But it's fine for you to support any brand of journalism that you support. Do you understand me? But what I am practicing is genuine and very professional journalism. Because it even leaves you wondered about what side I am is even the more reason why I am even genuine.
Yes.
You don't expect me to come on air and dance to your tune, and that's what makes you happy. So you think that when I come and start insulting someone who you see as your opponent, and that's what makes me a journalist? No, that's not it. My duty is to state the fact and let you air your thoughts. And I state the fact from both sides. And I present my argument from both sides based on what both sides are saying and what both parties are saying. I don't have to come and start sounding one-sided so that you like me. You don't actually have to like me. I am doing my job. It's okay if you don't like it. So you guys expect every journalist in Nigeria to come and be sounding like one person, and everybody must be lambasting government and abusing government. If you don't abuse government, we're not journalists, Abi. Come on. That's not how it's done. Who is even happy with the state of things in Nigeria? You think I'm not happy? You think I looked at my bag of rice this morning, Mr. Darlington? It's gone beyond half bag, and I'm like, gosh. Right now it's about 70k to buy one more. I'll be 80k to buy one more bag. So you think I'm not affected?
Oh God.
You think I'm not affected? I am affected too. Does it make me happy? No. But I must do my job. You must set emotions aside on your line of do your job to the best professional standard that you can. And it's even the most difficult thing to do. You see, to do this job and set emotion aside is the most painful thing to do. Because some of us go to our closet and cry. Some of us wail and weep in our closet. Because we just can't even express the way we should express as human beings. Because we are forced to be professional. And that's what it means to be professional in your job. So it's just okay, I beg. I'm tired of always hearing you guys sound, you're not supporting this, you're not doing this, you're APC. Come on. You give me ticket, Abi, give me card to be APC. Well, let me go straight to my WhatsApp messages. Thank you for attending to my book of lamentation. So, Mr. Darlington. So this says, good evening, my dearest precious and Mr. Darlington. Lamida Papa Baba Sowe has come again. He should know that the evil you do today awaits you tomorrow. Let him continue to be dancing APC music. Precious, have you seen the original and fake Chicago State University results? I love you, Precious. I love you too. Thank you so much. I have seen it. See, trust me, I've scrutinized that in a long time ago. I have taken a better look at it. But don't worry, let's leave it. Mr. Benjamin from Apapa says, good evening, Precious. Let your guest continue taking the glory of God. I know he is nobody in his local government. He cannot even travel to his father's home. Let him continue ranting in your station. Tinubu will not give him any appointment. You see?
Who said that?
You see? See? Everybody will be fine like this. Everyone will be all right. This is a Benjamin from Apapa that sent in that message.
Oh, Benjamin.
And yes, and then I think Rami from Akoka says, are you not aware that the current CJN, Oluwakayode Ariola, in 2014 ruled on a forfeiture case against Abacha and Atiku Bagudu as a proceeding from crime.
Of course.
9 years later, in 2023, as CJN, Ariwola is now faced with the prospect of defending a forfeiture charge against Tinubu, who now has the name Atiku Bagudu as minister. The same man. Yeah, concerned Nigerians are patiently waiting on how the CJN will untangle it himself from a pronouncement he already made. The judiciary is on trial, all eyes on the judiciary. That's what Remy said. All right, I appreciate you, Remy. Let me just leave it at appreciate you. Lady Precious and Darlington, good evening and nice work. Please, what is the meaning of Naira, our currency? We are told while growing up that Naira means never allow. Oh, guys, you guys should stop this. I'm not going to carry this propaganda. Tony said the problem here is it means to be going one way. No, okay, I'm not going to carry that. Thank you for standing by. We'll take more of your calls, and then before we go to our step down conversation, this is still the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
That answers by fire is about to step into the situation of your life at the next edition of the bi-monthly program of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, tagged Speak War Unto Long-Term Problems. It will hold at the MFM Prayer City on Friday the 25th August 2023 by 8 a.m. prompt. You are expected to fast all through Thursday, preceding the program, and attend the program on Friday the 25th with a bottle of oil and a written list of the problems in your life that you want God to attend to. Dr. D.K. Olukoya, the General Overseer of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, will be ministering live in this program. Prepare and be there. The God of Elijah answers by fire.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Join Precious every weekday from Monday to Friday on the Evening Rush. Don't miss it.
You are welcome back. It is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So I have lots and lots of messages to read. Where do I start from? So many WhatsApp messages, right? Ooh. So let me go back to them very, very quickly. So Lady Precious and Darlington, good evening. I think I've taken this. I've taken this one. We are no great take safe. Hello, good evening, Precious. This is my first time of listening to your program, and I really like it. I appreciate you for liking it. And Anele Tony says, help me. Can anyone cite Hope Uzodimma's email abracadabra Akpabio Lawan senatorial primary exploits be cited as judicial precedent? On a Hanatu appointment, millions of Nigerians are trooping the streets with multiplicity of certificates without any job appointment opportunities given to them. Yet someone without either NYC certificate or exemption certificate has been gifted with unsolicited appointments. May God help us in this country. That's what you said. Greenish then says the video of the Minister of Culture was way before she was appointed, so people should stop being sentimental at the time. Which video? And in case of spraying money. It's our culture. That is not even what we're talking about. Her matter. That matter is we're talking about her NYSC. Not that one. He said Apapa is back. LP fans go and fight court. Obviously. See the way he defended one and spoke against the other. So everyone is biased, to what suits them, isn't it? That's the way it looks. Good evening, Mr. Darlington from Lagos. Destiny from Lagos. I just want to ask if people at the helm of power are hearing our cry concerning the terrible condition of the country. Trust me, then they hear you. Kelvin from First Access. Good evening, Sis Precious. Mr. Darlington, a good question as regarding the... Okay. Ask Mr. Darlington a good question concerning the lady hate issue. How old is she presently? I heard she was born 1980, by the way. So she is guilty of her claim that she neglects her PPA at the appropriate time. Please, she's doing the right thing at the right time. Corrupt government. Hey. All right. Good evening, Precious. So on the Labour Party issue, there are 2 court decisions here. I remember Abure got one at appeal court in Edo State. I think that was a week or 2 weeks ago, right? At the Court of Appeal Benin Division here. While Apapa won his own today in Court of Appeal Owerri. So while Court of Appeal Benin City gave Abure his own court of thank you so much for getting my attention to that, but the issue is different. Thank you. So the Court of Appeal Benin Division decision was given on the 13th of August, and it was on the news, but the issues are not the same. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then he says, Agege from Agege says, Nigerians should ruminate over my claim that Nigeria can't resuscitate except the 3 devastating monsters, the cabals holding Nigeria on her jugular. Corruption and insecurity are dealt with and crushed. I must say I am ashamed of being a Nigerian, because those that are supposed to take Nigeria to make Nigeria work are the one destroying it. May God help us in this country, in Jesus' name. You put Jesus' name, I go answer amen to that too. Precious, if you remove 15 years from your age, your school certificate would not make sense anymore, as you would have to rebirth anything that has to do with your qualifications to match your newly acquired fraudulent age. Even down to all the hide and seek that's happening with... I wonder how Nigeria would rather get better with these characters in power. How long would it take to get the president's the right person to fix this country? How long will it also take to fix Nigeria in the first place? Would someone who is determined to fix Nigeria make it to power? Hey, I don't know. As long as dubious people remain in power, forget about Nigeria progressing. And please, when you are reading my message, stop imputing words that aren't mine. I will impute it when you write something that I cannot put. See the way I did said in one. I will not call that thing I said. You want to put me in trouble? All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me just go back to the phone lines. Hello, good evening to you. Can you help me turn up the volume of your radio?
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Because one of my brother, Darlington, how is he there?
He's very fine. He can hear you.
One name Darlington. Good evening, sir. Because I want to ask about Nonsonkwa first before I say what I want to say. Please, is there any update about Nonsonkwa?
Ọ gara kọt si na atụghapụ ya, ọ gara kọt si ka e-release ya, kọt ekwuolenụ, ọ ga-adịzi gọọmenti n'aka ime ihe ekwu.
Okay. There is proverb in Igbo land that say, "Onye gburu nwanne ya nwerekwana ikpe dị n'ala mmụọ."
Abi.
Tell Hope ụzọ dị mma.
Agbacha ọsọ agụọ mile.
Hope Uzodinma is trying. He want to rule Igbo by all means, but he's not God.
Yeah, don't worry.
He's not God. God will have a spring God who will judge. He's trying to block it to be in all ways. Why is it in Owerri that they will get their appeal court? We give verdict today after the one they gave in Benin last week.
On the same matter.
Then on the same matter.
I think there are minor differences in that case. There are minor differences in that case.
So when court want to lie, they say technical matter. God day. The one thing in US in the university matter, Chicago, You know, now they refuse to name the clerk that make the mistake. Why can't they publish the name of the clerk that make the mistake if there is no back kick? But I always say that our problem is the Western world.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
They are okay. Bye, Precious. How's your health, Precious?
I'm doing okay. Thank you. I'll be fine.
Okay, thank God. All right.
We don't even
thank you.
Black.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Thank
God, I have to go to Orioke before I can get Precious.
I'm so sorry. Is this Mr. Darlington's 110%?
Yes.
You're welcome, Mr. Ola.
Yes. You know why I'm calling you?
No, sir. Why so? Why are you calling? So you're not calling to contribute on the show?
Okay. I've hand over everything to Darlington.
So he's your spokesperson.
Yes. Why I'm calling you now is I want you to take care of yourself. You have only one day for this week, right?
Yes. I have tomorrow.
We don't want to miss you from Monday to Friday. Please take care of yourself.
Thank you. I'll be fine.
Make sure you'll be okay.
Thank you. I'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ola. I appreciate you.
And I want to tell you, don't make me angry. If you make me angry, I'll give control of the love to Darlington to determine how many percentage I will give you.
Are you listening? Are you listening now?
So what are the things I'll do to get you angry? So I don't pay the law.
Don't humiliate Darlington. So that is one.
See, me and Darlington's case is like whether he wants this relationship or not, he's stuck. He's here. Thank you so much, Mr. Ola. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Lastly.
All right, very quickly.
Lastly.
Yes,
please. So last time I've cried, but now I'm laughing. I'm surprised that somebody is sharing palliative with GPS. I'm so surprised. May God help Nigeria. Thank you.
Mr. Olao, you don't carry us go where we know now. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you. I didn't want to mention that GPS thing. Hello, good evening to you. Yes. You're welcome.
What was that for?
No, I'll let you know later on.
I call it from Solar, Emeka.
Emeka, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nigeria is going to better.
Amen. Thank you.
You do that. Yeah. Brother Darlington, I greet you.
Well done, my brother.
No problem. All things are happening in Nigeria today. We all know that what is happening in our hands is happening in Nigeria is from our hands. And if from our hands, everything will be all right. Like now, how you lay your bed, how you lie down. Everybody know, the world know how Nigeria is moving today. But all I want to say, Brother Darlington, I will speak it in my language and I will interpret it. Makina akpọbata n'ụlọ ndị mgbasa ozi nke mba n'ụwa niile ma nke obodo abụ Naịjirịa ka a ghara ịrapụta gị n'ihi otu onye otu gị si na-eme ọ na-abanyekwa biko o nwere ike ọjọọ gị kọwara ya. I greet all of you. God will help us in Jesus' name.
So in your mind now, you have sold me and I do not understand what you're saying, Abi. In your mind, you finished selling me and I did not understand. Well done. Thank you.
Let me.
No, it's okay. You don't have to explain. It's fine, Mr. Darlington. Let's go back to
the He didn't know that you can hear Igbo self.
No, he doesn't know. But I've said it. My name is Enyi. Is it not Igbo speaking?
Abi?
So, all right. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, Madam Precious, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, and I'm Emeka the call from Ijeoma.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my dear. Sorry for your head, first of all.
Thank you so much.
You have to take care of yourself, please, because I run the back. Only you pardon me.
I don't understand that. Yeah, they go. No worry.
Listen. My take this night is this. Nobody. I've been saying this to you the other day. Nobody have rights to direct you how to do your job.
Oh, don't worry about that. Now just go ahead with your contribution. It's fine.
If I'm complaining about that, don't blame me, because you know there is a say in our land. Means the masquerade where the people want if he come for the dancing ground, everybody will be happy to watch him. That's who you are. You are honest person, and they will not force you to be bad person, and that thing will never happen. You can't leave that to happen anywhere, because that's what all of us are fighting against. We need a decent society, and if anybody is doing the right thing, nobody have the right to tackle him or to put fear on him. Just like one of my brothers that is significant, I don't want to go inside that matter. But this is where we want to be for our new generation coming up. If we build this kind of society, who are we living it for?
I wonder.
We live in fear. You can't talk. You can't eat. You can't access your health. You can't do anything. Then is it a society? That means if it's like that, now let all of us get just be something else. Let's be honest to each other in this issue. Let's be honest to each other in this issue. We are living something that will harm us tomorrow. Everybody, now if it's favoring you today, you are happy. Forgetting that tomorrow the devil may turn around. Is it what we are? Is it the kind of society we want? My dear, I sometimes I'll be upset, but please make una bear me like that. The country is getting out of hand.
Sorry.
It's getting out of hand. We can't leave it this way, please. We can't leave it this way. Let's everybody be honest to each other. Thank you for your job, but take care of yourself.
Thank
please.
you. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. You're welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, sir. My name is Jonathan. I'm coming from London.
Mr. Jonathan, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir, Mr. Darlington.
Good evening, my brother.
Okay. Let me greet you for a job well done.
Yeah.
I know it's not an Mrs. P by your side. It's not easy to handle diverse opinion. I know. So sometimes when you are reading those messages, one needs some anointing to execute it properly. It's not easy. So let me quickly jump on the Aburian Labour Party issue. I think there's the judiciary is part of the problem. The judiciary is part of the problem. And what was it called? One of the speeder, I will reference Femi Falana in one of the speeder conference. Mr. Darlington, I know you'll be aware of what I want to say. When Femi Falana said that the part of the problem of democracy in Nigeria are senior lawyers.
Yes.
So most senior lawyers are collecting money for the judges, and this man didn't mix word. So some cases will just look messy, as if maybe judiciary is not, it doesn't know what to do. I don't know. So even in London here, they don't burn anybody well. Mention court. You mention court like this, you are finished. And people can just talk about court as if judges are not existing, solicitors are not existing.
Go to court. In fact,
if you are watching, even let me say, even chamber, maybe by the roadside in London here, I'll be scared. I don't want their problem. If common immigration case, I don't want their problem. And somebody is facing court, talking about court. As our matter don't reduce. So judiciary has made the case of a Labour Party chairmanship have make it messy. So one judgment today, another one tomorrow. This is, I don't want to talk about it. So let me drop my case out.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so I have lots of messages as usual. Let's see if we can quickly run through them. Yeah. So I was going to read this message Okay, yeah, I think I've taken that message already. And this says, good evening. There was appeal court judgment that affirmed, from Lamido in Edo State. Yeah, I remember. Thank you so much. 2 weeks ago. Precious, good evening to you. Precious, we don't know how we and this APC government are going to work together. Precious, all I know is that somehow, someday, they will pay for the sufferings they've put Nigerians into. I beg, help me greet Oga Darlington Onyekachi Wachuku from Ajawa Estate sent that message. He said, Precious, Chicago, Precious, NYC, and Precious, Bloomberg. You guys will be all right. He said Bloomberg budgets, planners. Okay, Bloomberg budget planners. See, it is people like you that is making this country difficult to live. Ha ha ha. Thank God I will soon jackpot. You go there here. If you like, follow APC Alex Romiji. You guys will be all right. So oh no, Mr. Darlington, forget about it. They will be fine. And then he says, good evening, Precious. Oga Darlington, may God bless you for the job you're doing. Please help Nigerians to remind our judiciary that God has given them an opportunity to restore not only via good images, but the dignity and honor and trust that we have in everyone. But hopelessness of Niger ever become good again. For the majority of Nigerians know whom they want to choose and whom they voted. Well, Babaji said a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Emperor. Okay, thank you, Emperor. And Precious, sorry, they annoyed. Nobody annoyed me. I just needed to set the record straight, right? You are forced to be professional. Can I give you a job that will make you express yourself as it is supposed to be? John from Yaba. John, leave me. Oh, John, I love to talk. So I talk for a living. So it's just fine to talk. Venomous says, good evening, Nigerian today is who no. I mean, who no go, no. The country is, as you know, and generation unborn has been indebted with unending debt and political slavery. They laugh, oh. Not laugh, oh. This is a serious matter. We're together in this. So, and then he says, good evening, Precious. Keep your good work. You are doing well. Talking journalism. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I just don't want to go about dwelling on this. Lucian from Megbeda, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good evening, Madam Precious. My name is Nnaemeka from Ejigbo. Please, you don't need to explain anything. I appreciate. Thank you. Forget about that matter. Talk for the matter we will get for grand. Leave that one. All things are passed away. Precious, good evening. Nigerian cut off. He said Nigerians cut off from me. You will do. You see from here. You say Nigerians cut off from him. Are you serious? Pardon me on my typography errors. I meant that the lady with NYC certificate issue is doing the right thing at the right time, at the wrong time. Yeah. I understood what you were trying to say. Thank you so much. Good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. Is the almighty ECOWAS watching the lamentations? In fact, there was a news I heard about, I think, one of those military rulers in Africa. I just don't want to carry that news now, so let's forget about it. But these things are still unfolding anyway, so we'll get back to them. Casey from Heaven says, Precious, good evening. Oh, Precious, I watched you on Instagram today and you were looking slim. Am I supposed to be a robot? You say you're getting better now. Oh, I have decided not to say anything about Nigerian problem again. Even God has decided not to send me to Nigeria again to talk about the matter. So I should go to step down. Yeah, we'll go to step down very soon. And then it says, Precious, tell some of your callers that you are not Babiji, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, so let me quickly go to YouTube messages because we still have lots of messages on YouTube to attend to. I do hope that I can have time to run through them very, very quickly. Oh, when I plenty you, when I did talk plenty you, what's going on here? How many mouths do I have? Okay, so let's see. This says, Third Wind Boeing says, you see, okay, oh, you talked about me jumping your message, right? Biafra said, okay, he say, he told you straight. Okay, I think I read that part. Where did I stop now? Okay, Ferdinand says, I want to be tribal. Okay, I don't want to be tribal. I think I read that part. Okay, all right. So Ferdinand says, I live in the States and I weep because my kids keep talking about the corruption in Niger. Patrick Inamde says, how I wish the court stand their grounds and give the justice as it should be. We are watching. Fisayo Majikudume says, Madam Precious, you are a hard-working woman. Bag of rice is not your problem. It's not my problem. I never said it was. I just, mentioned my concerns that we too are bothered about what's happening. We should have your own platform and I can be supporting you on. Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel now. In fact, there is something Darlington and I did today, Mr. Darlington. So there was a topic with Dalton today. Mr. Darlington took a swipe or a dig on some military regime in Nigeria, and he did make a connect between this Bloomberg Bagudu case and Nedako. You may need to watch that. In fact, you need to go and watch it. Mr. Darlington said a lot. I mean, connected the whole Atiku Bagudu case to Nedako, and then even Abiola. Some reviews he made about Abiola today, I was blown away. It's not like some people who dig will not know the stories, but you need to watch it. It's Precious Enyi TV, but I've not uploaded it yet on YouTube. It's still on the works, and once I upload it, I'll let you know. But yeah, I have something. Fadwin Bowen says, obviously we are watching. Ike Umehe said, Nigerian journalists are caged and not free. That you guys should stop all those things. Now let me tell you the thing here. There is no country in the world where you think that you want to practice a journalism that would mean you oppose your government at all time, that you stay in that country and be opposing your government at all time. It's not even possible. Why do you think Khashoggi was even killed? It's not even as if he was even in his home country in the first place. Or why do you think some people you see as investigative journalists are not in the country of their birth? You cannot. Because definitely you step on toes.
Even catch tutu.
Do you understand? So it is not that way. If you want to stay sane, I don't want to just say stay alive in practicing journalism, because you will step on toes, and some of these toes may not like it. It's not everybody that can say sorry now, they do my work. No, because they feel like you had the right to look the other way, even when you know that thing they pain your eye, you won't talk them. Do you understand? So it's not always what you guys think. It's not easy from this end. Trust me, it's more difficult than you guys think.
In fact, there was a magazine, a news magazine. You know, Newsbreed.
Yes.
Okolie. Go and ask them what made Obasanjo to. In fact, he proscribed the newspaper.
So do you understand? It's not easy. So even though you people may think, even for people even providing YouTube content or social media content, you still have to be careful, because once those content begin to go viral, except you're in a safe environment, you still have to be careful. All right. I mean, what is there about doing your job to the detriment of your own life or the lives of people around you? Oh, please. And IK Ume here says, Nigeria. Okay, yeah. Paul says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. Appeal court Bini. I think we've taken this and we know. Thank you. He said, Abure was live. I appreciate you. Thank you. Tony says, please, Precious, you should know that you are. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Biafra superstar. Again. Well done. Samuel Adekoya says, Precious, mainstream media actually aired the Benin appeal. Yes, that was 2 weeks ago. So he actually skipped my mind at the time I was reacting to this story. Yeah, I remember. I think I also broke it here then. I think I did too.
The question is, why did the appeal court in Owerri entertain that same matter? That is the question Nigerians should be asking.
You know that these matters are filed under different guises. Right? All right. So Mafam says, I am waiting for APC 16 years. Then we can decide to tell ourselves the truth. Darlington, keep up the good 16 years. Isaiah Majikudumi says, can someone please tell me where is Lai Mohammed? He's in his house. And Shoneye says, okay, thank you, I appreciate you. That's the work I'm doing. I'm supposed to be talking. Fisaya then says, please, Mr. Darlington, is it true that 96% of Nigerians are fully employed? MBS, So MBS is saying, so there is a new statistics by MBS. I just didn't want to mention that. He said that unemployment rate has dropped in Nigeria. When in reality it's actually increasing. When in reality it's actually increasing. So it says unemployment rate has dropped in Nigeria. It dropped. So I just thought to,
somebody brought a statistic that 62% of Nigerians are behind Tinubu, and they believe he would do better.
Yes. Yes.
In the days to come, more statistics will come. They will even tell you now that a bag of rice is 5,000 naira. And then they will go to one place, organize something, and then some people say, I bought it 5,000 naira. But when you go to market, you'll be looking for the rice.
For 5,000 naira. And Golding Obadi says, Precious, please start preparing yourself and your family, because things will get worse. Of course, we know that things will get worse. Kalubo 58 says, Prepare, you see, for this Niger case, you go explain tire. Nigerian judiciary will tell us that no evidence. Ask Mr. Darlington if I'm lying. They can explain tire. Olawale Lakpiti says, That's a lie. It all depends on the country. There is no ideology in Nigerian politics. Don't worry about that. There is press freedom in the US. So why do you think let's forget about that.
No,
I don't want to go there.
Hello,
good evening to you.
There are things you cannot.
Let's not even have the argument, so we don't digress. Hell, I do you? What did I do?
My finger don't pain me.
Chai.
Beautiful precious.
It's okay. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Sorry.
I greet you.
Please forgive me. I'll see no more.
My encyclopedic Darlington.
Encyclopedic.
My brother,
can I borrow that name for you?
Don't swell up.
Can I borrow that name for you?
Encyclopedic Darlington.
Well done, no.
I want to connect Chigozie calling from Ijebu.
Chigozie, you're welcome.
My brother, Chigozie, well done.
This one I'm hearing that Lamidia Papa has won in court to be the chairman of Labour Party. Abi? Do you know what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we are saying all eye on
judiciary.
Precious, complete it for me now.
It concern you. Must I talk? They say I'm talking too much. The 1 minute silence I have, let me observe it. Right. Thank you. Okay.
This all eyes on the judiciary. I wonder how it will be. Okay. It does look. Okay, they look.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. So let me go back to some messages because we still have quite a number of them. This says, good evening, guys. You people are doing a good job. Barua from Ijesha. And Chinedu from Badagry says, good evening, Precious. And to Ms. Mazi Darlington. In ECOWAS, is ECOWAS the watchdog of countries that are aware of the happenings in this country, Nigeria? Is the democracy we practice in Nigeria the ideal type approved in ECOWAS Charter? Is there an ideal type approved in ECOWAS Charter? And then he said, Nigerians are asking questions in case of anything happens tomorrow, for the region is passing through hell right now. Tell me about hell. Please, Precious, I did not get your full name. Please help me spell it. I want to follow you. Oh, Precious Enyi. Enyi is spelled E-N-Y-I. So the YouTube is Precious Enyi TV, right? Okay, so I had to start a new YouTube afresh, right? And that one is quite new, very, very new. So it's Precious Enyi TV. But on social media, Instagram, I'm at Precious Enyi Official. Yep. Facebook is Precious Enyi, right? Okay, so then this message says, it says, Apapa again. I thought this matter has been laid to rest. APC can never succeed. Then he says, so he went to Owerri for hope to help him, Abi. Why is our court, messing themselves up? Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, please. Good evening. Yes, sir.
I understand 96% of Nigerians are employed, Abi.
Yes, so they say I get employment to all of them.
Yes.
Overwork, yes, they worry on excess work.
We expect that information. In fact, it is 100% that are employed.
That unemployment rate has reduced to 4.1% only. So the people that don't have job is just 4.1%.
That's for the people that flock together.
Where were they employed?
Hey. Mr. Darlington, I did really skipped that story because I didn't want to have BP. My governor said he has come to Abuja to give them BP. I didn't want to have BP. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
You are right.
Go ahead.
You are right.
No, we're not good. No, we're not good.
And also, too, the information about the corrupt man from Bloomberg. And he's having a ministerial appointment. Yes. All of these things are happening because the iniquity of the Amorites are not yet full.
You're right.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you so much. God bless
you. Did you hear that Bible quotation?
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Sometimes you have selective ear problem. So just allow me to choose to have selective ear problem. All right, let me go back to phone line. Say good evening to you. Can you help me turn up the volume of your radio set, please? Good evening. Oh, no, don't do this. Hello? Hello, are you there? All right. Hello, good evening.
Good
evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Adolfo.
Adolphos. Where are you calling from, Adolphos?
Yes, from Ejibo.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, employment rates are reduced.
You say?
Employment rate.
Yes, has reduced drastically. Like it reduced drastically.
Yes, because let us define unemployment. Employment is not only those that are employed in government and private sector. Every trader, artisan, they are also employed. Who and get the data? People selling on the street, are they not employed? You understand me? So we sometimes mix this up. Employment is not only for civil servants and private sectors. Traders, artisans, they're all employed. Pay for employment. So let us not mix everything up.
No, sir. So, sir, if you're here, okay. So I just had to wait for you to talk, right? If you're here to defend what the government has said, that employment rate has reduced or dropped by 4.1%, I don't think you're being fair.
Yes,
no, if you are considering, if you cannot marry that with the pain and reality that people are going through right now. I lost one of my own jobs because of the present situation. One of my own jobs. I know people that have lost. Don't even say that. Even those people that you think that are self-employed have shut down their businesses because of difficulty in running business. This period.
There are also many
this period. It is harder for any business to thrive this period. Don't be political, please. If you're getting something, don't be political with people's pain. That's what you're doing. You obviously should be political with people's pain, and that's a very unfair thing to do to people. It's fine that you have your affiliations, but don't be political about people's pain. Much more. You cannot. There's no way you can tell me that more people have not lost their businesses and their jobs now than ever. More people have, and that's true. It is evident in what people are going through on the streets.
Yes, I agree with you.
Then why are you saying that you agree with the statistics if you agree with that?
In meaningful employment.
That people are what?
Ask him, what does he do for a living? What does he do? Let us even analyze him.
Okay.
Let him tell us.
So this is the kind of work people want me to be doing every day, Sha. Come and be countering and well, everybody just has a right to say. I mean, you should just have your say and let me just rest. And whatever you say, I agree and just go. Whether yes or no, Abi. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening, Princess.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I greet Mr. Darlington.
He can hear you.
Please don't be annoyed. I want to take you back. You see what is happening in this country? Tinubu go to Imo State. After he left, protests started. That is deceiving people. I don't want to mention I don't want to mention anybody's name because he's a national radio show. People that did this thing, people that did it, is that just let me forget about that place, sha. As a big come there, they just talk finish. Protest come that will be it's a deceiving obedient.
That was what they said during the campaign.
So see this country. See, look at our leaders buying proof car, buying if you go to another state, this thing cannot happen. I'll be another country. This thing cannot happen. It can't happen. Okay, Wike, they just know me. Do him Minister of FCT. You go and buy a car that was up to 3 million, 300 million. Abi, am I lying?
You should ask him, so that it doesn't look as if we are the one that bought it for him.
All right. You want to go ahead? Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So let me run through some messages very quickly and then we go to our step down conversation. So the step down conversation today is just cruise, So let's just go have some cruise on a step down conversation. Don't take it serious. So I beg you, don't give yourself BP. Nigerians are too docile. We accept anything in this country. We allow the few to continue to destroy this country. We continue to speak grammar when we are going. When are we going to take action? That's what John said. John, you start action and the rest will follow you. Senator from Isolo says, what is the man saying? Nigerians will swear for him. And for that reaction I gave, it wasn't from me. I reacted on behalf of people that I know that are going through genuine pain.
96%.
That's why I could not even endure it. I just had to react on behalf of people. And then he said, all right, he said, Nigerians will swear for him. Okay, he said he is a propagandist, like they are. Very soon they'll tell us rice is 1K per bag. Senator from Isolo sent that message. And then he said, Precious, thank you for coming hard on these politically correct people. I couldn't hold my tears coming home today. Shops that sold very good Ghana must go bags and other items have moved out and reduced to an umbrella. Oh my goodness. Sure. And umbrella and table now by the roadside. The suffering is phenomenal, my dear sister. Oh my goodness. Andrew from Manchester says, good evening, Precious. I didn't want to comment before, but this man just triggered me. Please don't be annoyed. How can you play politics with people's lives? How has employment increased? I work in a very popular beverage company. We have put hold on employment till next year before the situation of the to check if the situation of the country will improve. Oh no. All right, Lagos. So let's take a breather, right? After this break, we're going straight to our step down conversation. On our step down conversation today, we want to look at, the demands of spouses, on each other. Whether those demands are whether they're even logical, or they're criteria that a partner must actually meet before marriage. Or, are we just expecting too much for each other? For instance, somebody tweeted on Twitter and said this. He said, dear Igbo men, never you marry a woman who does not know how to cook our Igbo local dishes. Remember that your daughter will learn from the mother, not from the father, when it comes to cooking. And then he further says, it's quite unfortunate that millions of Igbo women can no longer cook our proper local dishes like ofo onubu, ofo oha, ofe achara, what is ofe okoro? Is it okoro? That is okra soup. All right, that's ofe okoro, ofe obono, ofe okazi, ofe ako, ofe egusi, etc. He said they are always angry and jealous when a foreigner takes over their men. Cook for them and appreciate them for loving them tirelessly and continuously. Wokeness and wrong understanding of feminism has taken over many Igbo women. Wokeness is a mental illness that needs to be treated. And then somebody reacted under his tweet and said, dear Igbo ladies, never you marry an Igbo man that cannot tap palm wine. I just couldn't hold myself. He said, never you want the woman to cook. So that's why I said step down is just for cruise. Don't take it serious, right? It's just a cruise.
I know this one.
Don't have BP. Let's calm down our hypertension. The stress is too much. He said, dear Igbo ladies, never you marry a man that cannot, an Igbo man that cannot tap palm wine. Remember how important palm wine is to the Igbo culture. Your kids deserve a father that is well knowledgeable on Igbo culture, not a city boy. Lagos, let's take a little break. I'll be right back to take your thoughts and reactions. Please send us your thoughts on WhatsApp, right? Let's take a reaction on this conversation. So do you think the lady was right? Well, do you think her response was spot on? And then do you think the man's demand is also spot on? I'd really like to hear from you. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. Mr. Darlington, can we just go for a 1 minute break? When we'll come back, we'll take your reaction, please. Right. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Lagos, stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let me go eat some pizza. Have you had Romeo pizza before? Hey, pizza, I'm coming.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
right, Legacy, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So before we went on break, I did tell you about our step-down conversation, right? So I told you how someone tweeted and said, "Dear Igbo men, never you marry a woman that does not know how to cook our local dishes." And he mentioned quite a platter of, Igbo traditional meals that women must learn how to cook, because the culture of understanding how to cook Igbo meals, it's gradually dying. And these women are getting jealous that they go and marry Obodo Igbo women, and these women treat them well and pamper them, and they feel jealous. Meanwhile, they forget that them too, they're losing and lacking, in some cultural values. And then somebody answered and said, "Dear Igbo men, you to learn how to tap palm wine. Don't marry a man that does not know how to tap palm wine, because palm wine is very important in our culture." I don't know about yours, right? I think palm wine is even important in every culture, because I don't know. I think it's not every culture.
No, it's not.
Because in River State, where I come from, palm wine is also very important, and it's one of. In fact, we don't do marriage list without you bringing some kegs of palm wine.
In the southwest here, it's not important.
Okay, it's not okay. So it's a southeast thing, right? Okay, all right, Lagos. So let's take your thought and reaction on that. Do you think? These people are just doing too much. Do you think the demands are just too much, or we're just being insensitive? Mr. Darlington, you were to say something.
That guy that said something about palm wine is a wicked man. You shouldn't have used that reference.
It's a woman that responded to the man.
Oh, it's the woman.
Yes.
The woman that said that she's not being fair. She's wicked to us. In the first place, the woman is the homemaker. I don't know how palm wine will contribute to making a home. That is an issue here. The person that tweeted about Igbo food and all that, didn't they say that the way to a man's heart is through good food? Is that not what they said? I don't know how a woman will be happy in her home if she doesn't cook for the husband. How can she win the man's love? So the palm wine.
So how will I be happy in my husband's house if my husband cannot give me palm wine to drink?
Is it every woman that drink palm wine?
Or is it every man that eats their traditional meal? It's not every man that eats traditional meal.
No Igbo man. Lie.
Who told you that?
No Igbo
there are lots of Igbo men who don't even want the traditional meal. Well, let's open the phone lines. Let people decide, Mr. Darlington. This is not an argument between you and I.
Look at all the soup they mentioned. An Igbo man must love one of them.
Why must he love one or two of them?
That's where he came from.
Do you know that it's not everybody that even likes swallow? You think everybody is a swallow person?
What are you saying?
What am I saying? Does it sound strange to you?
No, Igbo man would not like swallow.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Igbo Association of Igbo Men. Oh yeah, you push your call us. Let's know. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
My attention to Nico.
Good evening.
That woman will go talk say Pawai into this issue. She no try.
I beg, remind us. Wetin be your name? I beg.
Wetin?
Okay, Nemeka, thank you. Sure, your line is not clear, Nemeka. Nemeka, we can't hear you properly.
The line is not clear.
Your line is not very clear, Nemeka. You can cut and call us back. Okay? Sorry about that. Hello, good evening. Yes, sir.
Good evening, and good afternoon from California.
Oh, good afternoon.
How you doing?
We're fine. We're super.
Yeah, this is Prince. So, you guys are talking about the female cooking Igbo food and then the male tapping palm wine.
Understanding our culture.
To me, of a truth, I don't know how to tap palm wine. It depends on the kind of palm wine you're talking about.
How many palm wine do you have? It's palm wine, not palm wine. It's palm wine, not palm wine.
There are two types of palm wine.
The one you tap. The one you tap.
The one up and the one below.
Which one is palm wine below?
You tap palm wine.
Every palm wine is up.
For me, all I can say is that a man should not. It is not a must that the woman should know how to cook everything.
God bless you.
You know, it's all about compromise. It's all about understanding. It's all about, even if she don't know it, if you as a man you know it, then you cook for the family. It's the same thing.
Nothing spoil.
In America, what are you?
They say you in America, you don't understand.
And say, unless their wife cook. you know, that their wife must cook before they eat, then I don't know the kind of world.
See, my brother, the kind of oil wey dey your head, plenty. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't anything Mr. Darlington want to say. Don't answer him. Just leave him alone. I will off your mic, Mr. Darlington.
Keep it in California. Don't come home with it, though. Don't come home with it, because elders will call you to question.
Bye. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello. Your name is what? Okay. All right. So go ahead. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
I wonder.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with this line. All right, thank you. We get you, but your line is not clear, so it's making communication very difficult. Apologies, sorry about that. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me, Precious?
Yes, we can. Crystal clear. Go ahead. Good evening. Welcome.
Yep. Good evening. You're speaking to Tony from Cape Town.
Tony, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree with the last caller that called, because I believe. I disagree with the last caller that called.
Why do you
Because
disagree?
I believe that. Thank you. Let me explain. Because if I say American lifestyle don't enter in brain, so now I make me talk like that. I swear, American lifestyle don't. No, that is not. That is very fair, to be honest speaking. Because here in Cape Town that I am, I'm married to a South African lady, but I taught her how to cook. Nigerian food, and she's so very good at it. You understand? So that is the only thing I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me enter my WhatsApp messages. So they want to finish us in WhatsApp. Okay, so Tony Anele from Ijegemo, he sent me a message. He said that I refused to pick your call. Unfortunately, I don't know you to pick your call to even know that it was you that is calling me. But let me read your message for this singular reason.
You read his message before.
But I've been reading his message. I've read a lot of your messages today now. Tony, you want to kill us with messages? You said about Ozodima going to purchase judgment. Well, let's leave that matter now because I've been reading your messages. Hi guys, Wike didn't say he want to buy a car of 300 million. It is wrong. Did we mention that today? Sister Precious, I love your reaction on that man that is defending bad government and rates. The man is weak. Please ask him how many of his children are hawking pure water. He said a lot. I appreciate it, but we moved past that. So let's just go straight ahead to our Igbutin. And then this says, Darlington, why didn't you answer the boy who asked you about Wiki 300 million car, Mark Anthony, first start? No be you, but they say no be you buy him for him. Say now you buy the car for him. Hey, Precious, this your step down. I was waiting for the last message about the husband tapping palm wine. That reply was legendary. Nice one. I had a good laugh at last. I agree with the reply. Women cook, men go and tap palm wine. Chris from Ikeja. You see, Chris is a man, and Chris is accepting it. Chris, I love you. Chris, thank you. You're a pure husband material. Chris, unlimited yards of husband material. Good evening, Precious. Mr. Darlington, let's not have that argument. We can put it into vote too. So far it's 2-1. It's 2-1 now. No. Good evening, Precious. I am not doing that. I'm not doing fine at all. Things are really hard. Oh, even feed the family. Oh my goodness. But
they said all of
my brother, man.
Why would it be hard? They said all of you are employed.
You see, so these kind of messages. Oh God. I see your message. Well, if anybody can reach out to you, I do hope that you can reach out. He sends his account details. That is even very difficult. Let me read his message. It's because of messages like this I had to react to that man. She says, I'm not doing fine at all. Things are very hard. Can't even feed the family. Kindly help with anything within your capacity or people can help to feed the family. I've not been paid for almost 3 months at my place of work. And he gave his account details. He said, God bless you. Dipo Afolabi from Ikoton, Lagos. He said, I don't mind anything within your... You see the problem?
Dipo Afolabi.
You see the problem? So
Dipo
this hunger...
Afolabi.
Oh goodness. So it's so sad when you see things like this happen and people come and defend and tell you that everything is fine in Nigeria. Oh no. All right, Dipo. I do hope if anybody, I wish someone can indicate interest in helping you. I'll try my best to, but if someone can, you know what they say now, 2 good heads better pass 1 coconut head. So if someone can also join in indicating interest in helping you, I'm sure that we can seek help for you. Good in view. Do you guys by saying what do you guys mean by saying tapping palm wine? This is ironical word. Please come down to my understanding. You don't see another palm wine for dream now, Baroa from Ijesha. You see, it's that man that is from abroad that said something about funny palm wine. I think that's why people's mind is now. Their minds are not traveling. Precious, the man is damn right, but the lady was only being silly. She should go and learn how to cook. He said nonsense. Ladies nowhere, I beg. He say ladies everywhere, I beg. Alex from Iju sent in that message. And he says truly, some of our Igbo women struggle to prepare a local soup. They should learn how to cook a local soup. The tap by one reaction was just trivialize the matter. John from Yaba sent in that message. And then he says, in the lighter mood, both debaters have their issues, but marriage is like every other transaction. The person that wants more pays more. If this woman holds strongly to her position, may end up as Nagano. What does that mean?
You remain in your father's house.
Simo from Sattler Town sent in that message. This says, there are men looking for girls to start a good home now. Things are upside down. Don't accept any girl who would not want your mother to see if she is taking care of you or what your mother did before. In the house. She need to from Badagradais. Women should be able to accept that their men can't take care of their mothers. Frankly speaking, a lady who does not know how to prepare oha soup, nsala soup, onubu soup, and ofa akwa and all that is not for me. My stomach and traditional food is me and my stomach and traditional food are 5 and 6. You see from Ejegun, you see. You never see love. Love never catch you. If love catch you, you go retrace your step. If your wife don't know how to cook local dish, you as a smart man can also teach him how to cook. Lucian from Egbeda sent in a message, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they said, they are Igbo women. You must know how to cook all the soup because you don't have a choice. As for Igbo men to learn how to tap and wine, they are Igbo men. Just have money. I just have plenty money and be 100% city boy. You're good. Ikena from Ijesa. Okay, Lawore from Egbeda says.
There are no palm trees in Lagos.
Lawore from Egbeda says, I like Igbo women breathe though. Why must she know how to cook all the Igbo delicacies now? Ofo ha, ofe this, ofe that. Abba, kilo day. I don't know. Women can't breathe. Let me go to WhatsApp because I see YouTube. I see plenty messages on YouTube. Okay. So this says, Precious, your social Instagram. I'm at Precious A official on Instagram altogether. So Precious for your precious stone. A is ENYI official together. Please don't mind wasting our precious time. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So Precious, congratulations for the first time that you defend the poor. I beg, go and rest. Just go and rest.
Can you imagine?
And then Madam P says, is marriage a must? Femi Majikudimi says, I know Madam Precious stand with the truth. The man calling is the CEO of Amazon. He get plenty money. Simeon Carlos says the woman should face the council of elders for saying the men should tap palm wine. Chibogo Obi says, Precious, good evening. 98% of Igbo love swallows. I don't love swallows.
Yes.
I don't joke with swallow. I can eat swallow 3 times a day, and I can stay 3 days, and I can't stay 3 days without swallow or traditional soup. It's not negotiable for me. Are you serious?
Yes.
Olugbenga Shoneye says, please, did you think it's the constitution that is not good for the people? Okay, why is the why is the government to why is it? Okay, this one is asking, why is the government to help the lady that said the person that wants help? You people promote marriage without the race of bitter. Okay, and then first time watching you and Mr. Darlington. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me go back to my phone lines, please. I have so many calls coming. So many calls. Hello, good evening. Can you help me turn up the volume?
Precious.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, this is Mr. Easy calling.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Easy calling.
Mr. Easy, you're welcome. I go straight. Sharp. You can tap my one, Okoya.
Yeah. The thing is this, I have a friend, this guy, he cannot do without, in fact, he can eat a swallow like the whole day, throughout the whole month. And I even promised him that during his wedding day, I'll buy him a bag of curry. So such a person, his wife must know how to cook, and it's a normal thing. Let's promote this thing, because so these days, ladies will say, if I don't know how to cook, you must know how to cook as in the man. Let's make it a normal thing for women. As a woman, you should know
which association is going to make it a must for a woman?
No, see, on the norm, it's woman's duty to cook. If you leave it to the man, then why are you a woman? So let's make these things simple and direct.
I appreciate
the woman's job to cook. Yes.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. And this says, Precious, what kind of husband material Akwauche, what does that mean? And then this says, Precious, the man gave a very good and important advice to women, while the woman in retaliation is wrong and joking, because any woman that cooks well and man can hardly have problem in that home. Who told you?
No.
That's not true. Cooking is not a criteria for a good marriage at all, anywhere. He said for the two major reasons men marry are women who will be cooking for him and give him children. Olobolo kon. What does that mean? Babeji sent in a message.
Okay.
Good evening. What does it mean?
Where get soup? Now get husband.
Okay. Good evening, Precious. Is there palm trees in the cities to tap? For me, I can tap palm wine for her if only she will quit her job and move to the village. You see from Abule Ado sent it that message. And it says, Precious, Nigeria is going. Oh no, Precious, you don't understand that tapping palm wine is synonymous with making. He said it has to do with making love after eating good food. Sir Eric, okay, is that why you are carrying our mind too?
No, in Chinua Achebe things fall apart. He said, you know it is reserved for newly married young men. That drag, that
is that bottom part that used to be thick.
If you drink it, they no born away, make you not give you twins.
Are you serious?
Try it.
Does it really have anything to do with fertility?
I said try it.
Mr. Darlington, let me go to my message. Don't carry my mind where I don't know. No carry my mind where I don't know. Precious, I don't know. Help me quench the voice.
Precious.
Yes, you. Precious. Thank you. It's just me. I'm here. You're my last caller. Thank you so much. Hurry up, please. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Victor from First Stack.
Victor, you're welcome. Victor, I know that you don't mind eating just spaghetti and noodle.
Anti-pressure, you know I'm always on your side, but this evening I disagree on this.
Why now?
I totally disagree.
Why?
Yeah, because when I was growing up, my mother would always tell us, before my sisters, that any woman trained by her mother must know how to cook. This is my mother's advice to my sisters. You must all know how to cook.
Can you help me wrap it up, because our time is fast spent. We'll have to run off now.
Okay, yeah. So any lady telling me today, because she's in Lagos and I have to tap palm wine, well, I'm sorry for her, because traditionally it is meant that the woman, if you want to hold your husband, his stomach is the first place to go to.
And traditionally, tapping palm wine is not a good thing. Ngwa, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Well,
even when Mr. Darlington has redefined the meaning of palm wine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, Lagos, that's the size of our package today. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of the show. Mr. Darlington, you don't have a pattern shot there. Don't worry. On that palm wine, on that bottom pot of palm wine note, I leave you to go.
You don't want my pattern shot? No. Look, when people say things like this, go and check where they are coming from. All these city things. That's why
Mr. Darlington, time has gone.
That is why we are breeding children.
Tony Anele from Ijegemo says that his wife and him will be failing on their duties if they don't teach their children how to cook. I appreciate you.
So
all right.
It does not add up.
All right, so Lagos, we'll do this again tomorrow. Then we'll rest for the weekend. My name is Precious Enyi. On Instagram, I'm at Precious Enyi Official. Twitter, Precious_Enyi. And Facebook is Precious Enyi. And YouTube is Precious Enyi TV altogether. And Enyi is spelled E-N-Y-I. It means friend, by the way. And I love to be your friend. Have yourself an amazing evening.